How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another match reaction. It's the second week in a row I'm doing this on my own channel. If you don't know already, I'm doing the Big Six watch-alongs for the Big Six games. So any game this season that's between the Big Six sides, Arsenal included, I'll be on the Big Six channel doing the watch-along with the rest of the lads. Well, the core is me, Tobes, Grizz and Matisse, but Steve and Said will join us along the way, as well as special guests throughout. Listen, the love has been immense over there, so continue showing some love. Go over to the Big Six channel, show that channel some love, but make sure you show this channel some love too, people. As you can see, this season I'm bringing back something. There's live content there, one-on-one with the community. There's me and Curtis Shaw, the OGs. There's more to come as well, people, including KG, Sharoy, Babs, and a couple others. But all in good time. Make sure you're subscribed. We're 8k away from 100k on this channel. And let me get into it, because you're all probably saying, this guy's waffling. We want to talk about Man City and the good point we got at the Etihad. Listen, I'm smiling, but I want people to know before the comments start, it's not success. It wasn't a win. Should we have won the game considering with a minute to go we was up? Probably yes. But 10 men at the Etihad for 45 minutes against all odds. Nearly pull it out the bag, 3 points, and in the end get a very good point considering the circumstances. How can I sit here and complain? There's nothing to complain about. Hands up, 2 weeks ago on the Forever Arsenal podcast, I turned around to James, I turned around to Jordan, I turned around to Lee, and I said, catch up. In 2 weeks, you'll understand why I'm fearing the worst. I shouldn't have been. Mikel Arteta's shown me something else. My doubts were never about him as well. I'm sure people who really watch my content know my opinion of Mikel has changed for years now. It's been years I've been supporting the man. It's been years I've been giving him credit. There's nothing flip-flopping about that right now. But we are light. And for him to pull out a win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, a draw at Atalanta, where we've seen them pull off big results, home and away, and then a draw at the Etihad with 10 men for 45 minutes, albeit we had the lead after 45 minutes. But let's be honest here. How many of you out there thought 2-1, 10 men, it's going to end 3-2? I saw in the live chat on the Big Six watch-along, a lot of people expected a 3-2 win for City. In the end, they were lucky to get away with a 2-2 draw. And I don't think I'm overreaching with the luck part of that sentence. I think when you consider 10 men throughout that second half, when you look at the quality of the chances Man City did try and create, Haaland's one probably being the best one, a header at the back post, David Raya. Yet another game, he makes 2-3 key saves. Nothing out of this world, nothing like the ones he's done recently, last weekend against Villa, defying all the odds. But saves that he had to make at crucial moments in this game, in this second half, considering we had 10 men. We conceded any earlier than we did, then who knows what could have happened. But we didn't, because we are a different beast now defensively. And a lot of people out there are now trying to say, you're boring. Arteta's strategy, his tactics are too defensive. Is this what you spent 700? I'm here to say, I do not give a shit how we win, as long as we win. Shithouse it 1-0 or excite me to death 5-0. Either or, it's 3 points. Either or, it's Premier League titles. And please, European success finally. I don't care how we do it, people. So let me park that off for a second. There's anyone out there about to comment saying boring, if they're about to say Pulis, if they're about to say, is this what 700? Miss me with that shit. It's only because it's Arsenal you're saying it now. When it was Jose at Chelsea, no one gave a shit. It was all generational. Up there with Pep. No one cared how boring it was. It brought success. That is the key. It brought success. Arteta has to bring success. But as an Arsenal fan who's seen our side crumble, who's seen our side be accused of a soft underbelly, we did have a soft underbelly. I said that as loud as pundits out there. Not anymore. Not anymore. Ben White, knee problem. All right, Calafiori comes in, Timber go over to right back. 10 men. All right, Ben White, you come on the pitch. All right, we've got depth defensively. And when you need to do a job like we needed to do today, and the emphasis is on needed here, I see a lot of comments already talking about bottled. Bottled what? 2-1 at the Etihad for 45 minutes, and people want to turn this around and act like we bottled something. Man City should have won that game. Considering the circumstances, Man City should have won that game. They had 45 minutes to win it against 10 men. Were we not looked at differently for drawing at Brighton, for having 10 men? We was. But this is Man City, it's Arsenal, it's different standards, different metrics. I get it. Different amount of noise online. It is what it is. But let's talk. Let's talk about the game. David Raya, we started with him. Round of applause because he deserves it yet again. Candidate for man of the match, if not man of the match. Key saves, nothing out of the ordinary. But when called upon, whether it's making a save, whether it's catching the ball, whether it's wasting a bit of time, sitting down and acting like there's something wrong with you. Dark hearts, why not? Why not? We're on the receiving end of it. I ain't even started about the ref or the red card. I've mentioned it a few times, the circumstances, but the circumstances are the circumstances, people. You know, those are the facts. But we'll get into all of the rest of it. Raya, top performance yet again. Our player this season so far. Well done to you. Saliba, Gabriel, bit of space. I mean, the 2 goals we conceded before, obviously. We conceded the one from Stones in the last minute, which was a bit of a melee. The 2 goals, too much space in between the centre-backs. Brighton, we saw similar. This one, similar. I think Gabriel was more at fault. You could look at Thomas Partey positioning, but both went towards Bernardo Silva. I think it was open the gap for Haaland, and Gabriel plays him on side. It is what it is. It is what it is. That was about 95 minutes ago now. So it's history. It's history. We got a point at the Etihad with 10 men. Haaland finishes it, as Haaland does. You put Haaland 1-on-1, 9.99999 times out of 10, he's burying it, right? So he buried it, cool. People want to, look at Raya for it. Near post, I think it was a clever finish, right? Haaland's the best striker in the world, fine. You can get beaten like that. The problem came before. Savio turning Calafiori. Calafiori's first start. I don't think it was planned as his first start. Etihad away, how can it be? But he stepped in and, okay, Savio got him. It is what it is. It happens. Savio's one of them, he's one of them guys. A bit of old school about him. A bit of, street football. Real street football. Not the street football people like to call street football now. Foden, for example, did real street football. No, joking. Foden's all right as well. But it took Pep a while to bring him on. Look at what Steve's done to me. Me sending shots for City. 2 years ago, could you imagine? You couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Here I am sending shots for City. Took long to bring on Foden, player of the year. Uncomfortable conversations. But that's for Big Steve MCFC. That's for City Extra. That's for HMTV. That's for It's LB. They can discuss that. Why did the player of the year take so long to come on the pitch? Why did 100 million man take so long to come on the pitch? That's not questions for me. This is an Arsenal-based channel. You don't want to hear the answers from me. It's not me. Tomorrow, Big Six. Tune in Big Six, 10 p.m. tomorrow. I'll give you what I believe is the answers from my perspective, Arsenal perspective. It's not my perspective that you need to listen to. It's more Big Steve's. Like I said, City Extra, HMTV, It's LB. Why did the player of the year not come on earlier in a game against 10-man Arsenal at Etihad when you needed a goal? Heck, forget a goal. You needed to create some chances. It's interesting, but like I said, go subscribe to Big Steve MCFC, City Extra, HMTV, It's LB, all of them. Daps, that's not never a fact. Daps, let me see what you're saying. I'm going to check after this stream. I wonder why. Stones at 2-1. One of the best centre-backs of all time. Stones comes on 2-1 down because that's what Stones is good at. Getting into key areas. And lo and behold, he got the equaliser. Unfortunate for us. But let me get back to it. Sorry. The goal we conceded, cool. Defensive lapse. Haaland, the one man you don't really want to give a sniff to. We gave him a sniff and what do? He finished his dinner. Lucky he finished his dinner there because there was no more dinner to be had for the next 70 minutes or how. I don't even know when they scored, people. You saw the Kvass flowing and the Hennessy flowing, whatever. So I don't know what minute he scored, but for the rest of it, there was no dinner. So I'm hoping he filled himself up on that goal, and he's happy and he's content and he's home and he's having a cup of tea before bed because that was it. Aside from that one moment where I look at Savio and say, you really opened it up, Haaland had nothing. But he scored. Okay, he scored, people, before the comments get him. He did score. Well done to him. It wasn't 0 XG this time. Oh, is that me sending shots for City again? This ain't Turkish, man. This ain't Turkish. It's tiny Turkish. It's tiny Turkish. We'll run with that. We'll run with that. Now, Turkish is parked off for tonight. Tiny, he might be parked off tomorrow night as well. Big 6, 10 p.m. Let me not remind you again. Tiny Turkish might be back. But the real Turkish wouldn't send shots for City. The real Turkish wants what City have had over the last 10 years. That's true. Tiny Turkish wants the same. He wants the same. But Tiny Turkish won't allow nonsense. He won't allow fraudulence. He won't allow none of it. So I might have to bring him back tomorrow. But listen, again, I'm getting off subject. Defensively solid. Calafiori, even though he got done, what a finish. Before you say it's a cross, even if it was a cross, I don't care. I'm not here to care about if that was a cross, a shot. None of my business. It hit the post and went in, or side netting, or whatever it was. It went into the back of the net. It was a goal to our name. Miss me with the cross stuff. I don't care. Did Ronaldinho cross it against David Seaman? I don't know. I don't care. No one does. Who cares? It is what it is. Same way with this one here. Am I comparing it to that? Well, some might say I am. But I'm not. We move. 1-1. 1-1, we're back in the game. We're back in the game. Rodri injured. You think, all right, we got more of a chance. And to be honest, we created the better chances in that. Trossard had one running onto it, 16 yards out. Probably, I won't say should have done better. I think he done well. But in the end, you look at it and think, all right, if there's anyone you want running onto that, it probably is Trossard. And to be honest, he fluffed his lines in that moment. But it's Man City. It's moments. Martinelli, he done his thing in that first half. He created some chances. He caused threat. I mean, Saka was the quiet one out of the two. Even he got subbed. I don't know if that's. I should have checked. Was it injury? Was it tactical? 10 men. Was he the full guy? Even though that would be surprising. Not too sure. Big up Eric Lee as well. Turkish water. You have to keep it in house. And it's the blue cap. If you know, you know. This is real spring water or mountain water or some shit. The clear caps now. People abroad are thinking, what is this guy talking about? This is a UK thing. Sorry. But back to it. Defensively sound. Calafiori steps in. I won't say made a mistake against Savio. I think Savio done him. I wouldn't call that a mistake. But he makes up for it with a beautiful finish. And then Gabriel. If there's ever a guy that has atoned for his mistakes quicker, let me know the name in the comments. Because whether it's Fulham a couple seasons ago or whether it was today against Man City, when you think of, or last week against Tottenham, when the week before he made a mistake to allow, the guy turns it around real quick. Boss. And to be honest with you, I have said Gabriel might lose his place. That was after 3 games when he made mistakes in 2 of them. Against Tottenham, solid. All round. Today, solid all round, albeit that one moment is City at the Etihad. Well, it's cool. You gave us the lead. And the corners, people, I don't even want to get into the corners. That's for tactical insight. Go over to AFTV. James will be coming out with that tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow we're live. Forever Arsenal, AFTV, 10:30 in the morning. BST, British Summertime. Make sure you're there, people. But yeah, Gabriel scores, routine, corner. We saw something, I won't say something different. It's something we've seen before, but City seemed surprised by our threat from set pieces, because it's not like we had much of them in the first half, but, one of them Gabriel should have scored, one of them Gabriel scored. Kyle Walker tickling him, We were talking about Van Dijk tickling Fernandes a few weeks ago. I don't know what Walker was doing there with Gabriel, but, too much tickling, lost his man. Gabriel goes, stoops down, header, nice, 2-1, thank you very much. Should have been good night. And to be honest with you, if the ref wasn't an agent of the Saudi Empire, then we probably go on to win that game. But Oliver, as Oliver does, He comes in, he steps in, he gives a red card for nonsense. I mean, Trossard had about 2-3 seconds from the whistle blowing. If that, I'm probably being generous to Oliver there by saying 2-3 seconds. He's kicked the ball away. When you consider the circumstances, it's nearly half time. We're winning 2-1. It's the Etihad. We're under the cosh, kicking it away. It's nothing out of this world. Kick it away, relieve some pressure. Oh, the whistle went. Oh, shit. Oh, yellow card, red card. What? In this game? In the game between the two teams that have gone head to head for 2 years, you, Michael, think this is the time to give 2 yellows for such fuckery. And it's fuckery. I don't know what other word to use, to be honest with you. I don't give a shit. These men here talking about letters of the law or it's letter of the law and rules are rules and all of this nonsense. Like all of a sudden these are fucking inspectors and detectives and the law is the defining, voice amongst us all. Especially when we talk about football, forget even politics and all that. It's, it's a joke thing, but it's Arsenal most hated. I told you last year, I'm sure people are catching up now. You'll understand. Because again, I haven't seen the reaction, but I assume there's going to be a lot of people saying we bottled it. I assume there's going to be a lot of people saying we should have gone there and won. Mentality, treble and Champions League and all this stuff. But we got out of there with a point. Should have got out of there with 3, but it is what it is. Johnny Stones comes on and I'm vexed. Because we should have won that game. But we got the point. We're 2 points off City. Obviously, Liverpool and Chelsea have started the season well as well. But I think after the first 5 games, when you consider the difficulty, Villa, Tottenham, City, all away from home, I think would all be happy with coming out of it the way we've come out of it. It's just the Brighton one that's let us down because an extra 2 points right now, it would go a long way. It would go a long way, especially with the fact that in the end, it does feel like we dropped 2 points against City. When you're 2-1 up with what should be 30 seconds to go, it does feel like that. But we're not going to dwell on it. We're going to have a nice sleep. We're going to relax. We're going to go billet. And tomorrow we're going to wake up and then we're going to wait for Big Six and we're going to talk. We're all going to talk, as we always do, people. And on that note, I think that's the match reaction done. Hands up. Sorry for doubting. Mikel, the truth. League title this year. I need it. We need it. Love for the love, people. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Peace.